I know, I've been gone for a really long time, but I'm back, and I think I'll be posting a lot more often anyways. What's up, it's your boy Nate the Great, and back for another video. And if you remember, in part 2, I left off saying I was going to create a shop, right? And in this video, I will create a shop, and I will also create a data store for leaving and saving your tools, because that will be really useful. So let's get into it. Before we start, could you guys, everyone, could you all do me a huge favor and drop a like and a sub? It really motivates me to continue these videos, and I've been seeing that I've been having a huge growth on my channel, and it just keeps motivating me to post more. So drop a like and a sub, and thank you, and let's get into the video. So first, what I intend to do is create a shop, right? So this shop will be in the GUI, and from the shop it will take my tools, which would be here. All of these tools, so far these are the only tools that I've created: key, miscellaneous, and physical, right? So it would get the descendants, match it up with the name of the button, and then if their name is clicked and it finds something in the descendants, it would clone the tool. For example, if I had a button in the shop and it's called after image, if I clicked it, it would find it in the tool folder, and then if it was there, it would clone it and it would put it in your backpack. So that's really what I'm going for. So after a couple of hours, more like 1-ish hours, and I realized that my recording stopped. So I'm just gonna show you what I have. I have the shop right here. Let's just get rid of this useless stuff real quick. I have the shop, and we can run down the script for a little bit, I guess. So there's 3 little buttons right here: key, physical, and each there's a scroll, and here you can drag. Here I just found a script off the internet. I didn't really know how to drag, but yeah, thank you internet, I guess. Here is where I did I figured out for each frame, for this frame I got the descendants, so it would get all of these. And I said if it was an image label, which would be each one, I made them an image label on purpose, which would be each like tool, each button. It would find the folder called price under it, and it would find the 2 integer values, energy and strength. For now I'm just keeping everything as 0, and it would just print, it would instance a new text label and scale it underneath to show you how much it would cost, and if you had enough you could buy it, and blah blah blah. So in the actual script, what I did was if you clicked it, it would loop through. First it would loop through, find out their image buttons, right? So the image buttons are these buttons, the ones that you would click, and if you met the conditions, there would be a bool value instance in each value, and it would just be nil. But if you met the conditions, then it would fire a remote event, and it would set the value to true, which means you couldn't buy it twice. Then in the server, I also had an ignore list. These are for my transformations, but I mean here. Where's it at? Here's my ignore list. These are for my transformations, but you don't have to worry about that yet. And in the server, all it does, it just sees, it has the argument of the name of the tool, of the name of the text button, and if it matches with the descendants of the tool in the server storage, right here, then it will clone and put it into your backpack. So here's also for the transformations, but I haven't finished that, so I'm just gonna leave that. So if we play, what it should do is it should put it into our backpack. You can drag it, see, and instant transmission, see it's 0. You can see what kind of stats it requires, 0. You can switch. These are just placeholders right now, but you can see 0, 0. I can buy it, right? I can buy it, I can buy it. It works, right? And I can use the move too, right? See, everything works completely fine, and that's what I want it to do. So I think what we need to do now is we need to make a whole entire UI so the player can easily access each specific UI. So let's start on that. So I decided to do the UI off camera, but if you guys want me to start posting like my actual scripting on like a live stream, just include a lot more of it, let me know in the comments and I would love to do that. So basically it's a little Dragon Ball right here, and if you click it, it tweens the frame up to your screen and inserts a blur. What else? It has all of the sets. It has a bunch of little text buttons that will open up new things, so it might be better if I show you, but it's pretty straightforward. So we join in, right, and boom, we have the shop. Cool, we can move it around. We have sets, right, and here is where I run into my problem. Every single time I want the tools to save through a data store, so you can leave. So for example, if I have these tools right here and I click save, right, I should be able to die and then click load, and it would load all of those tools. Do you understand what I'm saying? And if you leave the game, I want you to be able to click load and it could load your tools, because like, what's the point going to shop and clicking back every single like item, especially if you're going to have a lot of items? There's really no point. But like, I'm really stumped, but I'll eventually figure it out and I'll come to you guys when I do. So after literally an eternity, I found a way. Thank you, random guy on the internet I found this from. I kind of took his script, but I changed a lot of it. So basically what this does is it's a JSON, and I've never heard of a JSON either. But what it does is it saves object values and puts them into a string. So when you click save, it loops to your backpack, finds the name, and excludes these names. And if it does, it puts it into a string, and it sets it to your value. It does it as a JSON. So when you click load, it goes through the string value that you had in your data store, and it loops through them and finds the name, and it also finds the name as the server storage, the tools folder you had. And if they're the same, then it puts it in your backpack. So also what it does is it checks to see if you already have that name. For example, if I save a set with a tool called high, let's just call the tool high, right? If I go in the shop and then get high and then I load high, it checks to see if high is still there, and if it's there, then it doesn't load. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. So if we go and play, right, I also changed up the UI a little bit. It's looking a lot better. It's not looking the best. I'll probably change it throughout time, but for now, oop, I did not enable it. My bad. Okay, let's just... It's not visible. Save us some time. I'll also add sounds and stuff, but for now it's okay. So if you see right here, shop brings up the shop, and I'm going to show you as an example. So let's say after image, instant transmission, and I'll just get accelerated. So these three tools, right? If I click sets and I save them, right, it's put into this string. It's showed as an array, but it's put into the string, okay? And here is my user ID, and here is my DataStore name. So set save, right? So I can reset, okay? And I can go into the shop again, and you see after image and transmission, if I load the set, it only loads accelerated throw because it loops through your backpack to see if you already have the tools that were saved, right? And I could leave the game, right? And I can join back. And if I load, it will still load the same tools, which is pretty cool. Load, see, it loads all of the tools. So also, I edited the shop script a little bit to make it that before you buy something, it loops through your backpack again to see if you have that tool. So you can't load tools and then you can't get them twice, right? See, I can't get any of the tools that I loaded, which is pretty cool. So yeah, guys, that's basically it for today. I don't really know how I should continue this series. If you guys have more ideas on what I should do, maybe add more tools, maybe, you know, add like a custom player UI, then yeah, feel free to leave them down in the description, in the comments, and I will read all the comments. I read every single comment. But yeah, that was today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's been your boy Nate the Great, and I'm out.